This is part 15 of the father of my child cheated on me with his mother and now she's pregnant. So now you know it's the biological father who pulls up at the apartment. Y'all, this shit had my mouth wide the fuck open on my soul. But I know y'all got a lot of questions. I thought he was at the hospital with his son. I thought he was detained. Damn, can you just wait and listen? Listen. Thank you. Yes, he was at the hospital with his son. And yes, he was detained until the father of my child started running his mouth. To be honest, he didn't know what the fuck was actually going on for real. He was lost. So when the police officers brought back the father of my child in for questioning, of course he seen his biological father in handcuffs. He's looking crazy as hell. So the police asked the father of my child, have he ever got touched on by his biological father in any type of way? The father of my child is looking crazy as hell because he recently just found out that this is his biological father and not his mother's husband. The biological father hasn't been around him really at all. Only because the father of my child actually thought that his mother's husband was actually his dad. Honey, he just a husband. The father of my child's mother didn't allow the biological father to be around him at all. But your thought ass been over here getting down to nitty gritty with him every chance you get. But you don't want him to meet his real father? That is so disgusting to me. So the father of my child tells the police, no, I just found out not too long ago that he's actually my father. I never been around him to get to know who he was. So then the police asked the father of my child about his mother being pregnant. The father of my child couldn't even fix his words to say anything. The only thing that he did was broke down in tears, y'all, like crying. Of course, the police officers, looking crazy because it's like, why the hell are you crying? What are you crying for? Is it because your mother told the police that she's carrying your child as a surrogate? Or because y'all was having sexual activities with each other that y'all didn't have no business doing? Y'all, when I sit back and just think about this shit, I can only be sorry towards him to a certain extent. But I'm going to keep continuing. Mind you, the police never told the father of my child about his mother being a surrogate. They never said anything about it. They only said that she's pregnant. The police was basically trying to see what all the father of my child would actually say before they start saying every single thing. And I understand that. So this man in here boohooing crying, talking about, I can't believe I have a child on the way with my mom. How could I do this? This is all my fault. I wasn't trying to do it. It just happened. We've been doing this for years and this never happened to me. Years, you say? So the police asking, how old is he? At the time that all of this had happened, he wasn't nothing but 22 years old, y'all. 22. We all gonna be real. 22 is not really grown for real. You just really getting out of high school for real. To be honest. And y'all get exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You ain't even been out of high school for 7 years yet. You are fresh on the motherfucking market. Literally. So he ended up telling the police officers that he's 22 years old. So of course to the police, you're saying that you're 22 years old and you saying that you've been doing this for years. You think they ain't finna ask you how long y'all been doing this? Yes, they are. And that's exactly what the fuck they asked. Right after you said that you was 22 years old. As soon as the police asked how long this been going on, why in the fuck the father of my child end up getting silent? Quiet. So the police officers stepped outside of the door. Of course they had a conversation. But only one police officer went back inside with the father of my child, while the other police officer was questioning everything and some to his biological father. They trying to put 2 and 2 together, and they ain't getting 4. They getting 15 in this bitch. It ain't adding up. So the police went in to the biological father and start questioning him. How long have you been knowing the mother of your child? When was the last time y'all was sexually active? Together, of course. How long have you actually been knowing that this is your biological son? So the biological father says, I've been knowing her since high school. The last time we was together and had sexual intercourse was when... Yes, he ain't say shit. He froze the fuck up. I freeze the fuck up too, bitch. You shouldn't be fucking on her. But he only got quiet because the last time they was together was when she got stabbed by her husband. Because they got caught in that motherfucking bed getting down and needed motherfucking greedy. So biological father just started admitting to everything. I mean, to be honest, he really ain't got no choice. Biological father says, we got caught with each other having sex. And the husband caught us. So he ended up chasing me, trying to unalive me, but he couldn't get me, so he ended up going for my baby mother. And that's why she was in the hospital stabbed. So the officers end up telling the biological father, you know she's pregnant, right? Thinking that they finna get some motherfucking answers out of him. But you're getting the real answers out of him. But of course the police officers don't know that. They trying to figure it out. Eventually, they did. And that's exactly why he was at that motherfucking apartment. So the biological father says, it ain't mine. I know for a fact it's not mine. We always use protection. Maybe it's her husband's. I don't know. Hell, I wouldn't know either. Hell, she fucking you, him, this, that. Goddamn, you're fucking the city on my side. So basically, the police officers just found out that the father of my child's mother lied on biological father just so she can get away in time. You know when you so smart to where you dumb as hell? That's the mother. Dumber than a box of rocks. Like, you basically started everything. What makes you think all of this shit ain't finna come back and eat you up? Like, is you cool? Your brain is fried on my soul. You sat there and lied on the biological father, saying that he was touching on y'all child. But the whole time, it was your net ass. Hell, I don't even blame him for his brain being fucking fried. He ain't know. He eventually knew that it was wrong though. So the police officers informed something to the biological father. Let me tell you what they said. They basically told exactly what the mother told the police officers, that he's been touching on his child. And that's the reason why she was stabbed, because she was trying to get away from him. Because he thought that the mother was going to tell everyone that basically he's gay. Not that he's just gay, but he was also touching on his son. And you've been touching on him since he was a child, a little kid. And you didn't want nobody to find out. So you went to go find the mother to get revenge so that you know she won't tell. But the whole time the police officer is telling the biological father this, the whole time he's thinking that the father of my child is the one that told the police officer everything. All of these motherfucking lies. The biological father is thinking that his son said this shit. And I get it. I get it. You're thinking he said this because y'all two are the only ones in there. The mother gone, the nat gone, it's nobody else in there but y'all two. I get it. And it's really sad because they are already about to start their relationship off wrong, off of lies that the mother is saying so she can get away. Like, why would you do this? You already really robbed him from his entire childhood, from touching all on him, from giving him a child that is his brother and his child. At this point, bitch, my brain is fucking fried. Because, why would you do this? Like, you really sat there and lied just so you can hide your secrets, but you not knowing, regardless of what you say and what you do, it was going to come out anyway because you are pregnant. You are pregnant. You are pregnant. You think ain't nobody gonna find out eventually? Do you really think that? You dumb. You real dumb. Because guess what the fuck end up happening? They still found the fuck out. And guess what about to happen to you?